Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I love that.
Yes, correct.
He's one of my favourite artists now. I just think, he's so, I don't know why he's not ballistic. He's got everything. He's like one of our best rock stars. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Hello there.
You're Steve Merchant.
I am indeed.
Karl Pilkington over there. Big day today.
Really?
Yeah, for Karl. He hasn't been looking forward to it. He's been whinging in the week. A couple of things. He thinks he's overworked. He thinks he's overworked here, and he's stressed, and he's got to do DIY. MTV are coming in, right, to give him the chance of his a lifetime to do just a little screen test, and he's going, well, I'm not going to look good, am I? They're not going to have a why. He said, well, I've got a round head and I'll be wearing headphones. And he's not made an effort. He thinks, oh, they'll put him off. He said, they won't even press record. He's got a spot on his head. I mean, you know, also...
You're not looking forward to it. You're not excited about it. It's a great opportunity.
Why is it a great opportunity?
To get on MTV.
No, but
look, money for old rope.
Yeah, but look what's happened to people like Jeremy Speak, or whatever his name is now.
Jeremy Speak, yeah.
Yeah, and
yeah, slightly different.
Why is it?
Well, you're making it in the industry, and you've got something to give. He happened to be around when they were filming an airport. Do you see the difference?
All right, the other one then, who's on a boat.
Same thing, although at least she had a skill. She had a skill, you know. She can sing, you know.
Well, it's just. I think it can all go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Well, of course it can. So can sitting in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing had happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar. Right?
I'll tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
We're talking well, listen, me and Steve, yesterday, we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with two of the most incredible things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there, also, but just go for truth. Go for truth and science and discovery. Fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like, the last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday, there was no news, there was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser. Pixies, Debaser. I was looking forward to playing that. I came and said, Karl, I'll play that. I was looking. He put it on. Lauren just called through and said, we played that in the last half hour.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. So what is the point of having a producer if he doesn't check things out? So, I mean, it's a good track. I mean, I'm sorry if you heard that twice in the last hour. Go on,
listen to everything all the time. I've been running around. I get in early on a Saturday.
You got in about the same time as me?
I went out and bought you some biscuits, so you're happy. I put the coffee on.
Yeah.
I sorted what prizes we're going to give away. I've been running to the library getting you certain tracks.
Yeah.
I can't listen all the time. I'm doing my best.
Well, I'm not sure it's good enough, Tom. I mean, I'm worried when MTV come in, if they've heard this kind of shoddy production, they're going to start to wonder what
you're playing the same songs every 5 minutes anyway.
Sorry, you sort of overworked because you were on Zoe Ball's show talking.
Oh, hello, what's going on here?
Well,
I thought he was exclusively on our show.
No, I was in the car.
I seem to remember, Rick, he was a nobody.
Yeah.
That got a chance to come on air and talk about that.
And guess
what
he was
getting auditions for MTV?
Guess what he was talking about on Zoe's show?
Oh, hello.
All the jellyfish stuff and all that. About
Can't believe it. Recycling material that you've done on this show.
I phoned in, right, and I went, stop doing materials. He just hung up on me.
But I had a job to do.
Who do you think you are? Your ego has just gone through the roof.
Hang on a minute.
What?
I had a job to do in the week. They asked me to drive the desk for Zoe, right?
They didn't say talk.
Zoe, if she talks to you, you can't just ignore her.
Yes, you can.
Well, you
Who
can't.
is she? Who does she think she is? You made a promise to us, a pact, that you were our kind of
monkey.
Yeah.
What can I do? If someone takes time off, I've got to do it. It's my job.
Yeah, but you don't have to talk. You don't have to use...
You're the head of production. We've given you this special gig. This is like taking you out weekends.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, if we find out you're getting too much excitement in the week, we'll have to just calm it down.
Well,
get another little...
Well, that's it now anyway. It was only last week.
Do you know, I feel like kind of solid. I feel betrayed. It's like you were having an affair behind our back. Yeah. And you rumbled.
He was doing all the stuff. He was doing all this, like, oh yeah, jellyfish and this, jellyfish.
Yeah, because she was asking, and I thought it was a good way of promoting this show, actually.
Oh, did you mention the show?
Yeah, I did at some point.
Did you? What did you say?
I just said, more about that on Saturday afternoons.
So you talk twice. I only heard you talk once. So you're talking all the time.
Well, about 5 times in the week. In the full week. 5 times.
Deary me.
And one, it was just stuff.
You could never be a monk, could you? Chatting away all the time. Right, what have we got?
I blame Ball as well, to be honest. I feel Ball's slightly responsible for it.
Yeah.
She can't find her own, you know, gibbon to get on the show. She can't find her own kind of, you know, loser, then don't start stealing ours. Outrageous.
Well, coming up, right, we've got
Maybe we'll get Fatboy Slim in.
Indeed.
Next.
Yeah.
Saturday, if you're listening, Slim.
Yeah.
Come in on the show.
What's his name? Ernie or something?
What's his name?
Norman.
Norman.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Ernie!
Yeah. I don't know.
That's great, Ernie Ball.
Yeah.
He wouldn't change his name. Ernie Cook, that's it, yeah. That's great.
Anyway,
Go
coming
on.
up today, we have got Educating Ricky.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, is this the last one? You've promised it might be.
I believe there's a book out that might help me with this feature, so we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of new features in the week. I've got, I wanted to come up with, I wanted to do Celebrity Fact Club.
Celebrity Fact Club, alright.
That's, I've just got to get some celebrities in first, before we can kick that off, so maybe in the new year.
Ball and
Maybe
Cook.
Zoe Ball, yeah.
Ball and Cook.
Yeah,
Start off.
Maybe, right, and I've also got,
Cook and Ball stories.
Yeah. That's nice.
good one.
Cheers. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah. Maybe you could sell that to Zoe's show.
And, I'm also thinking Through the Ricky Hole.
Through the Ricky hole, okay.
What's that?
That's, I'm quite...
No, you just got the title again, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, play record.
So, Rockbusters coming up as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Wu-Tang Clan, Gravel Pit on XFM 104.9.
We're playing some great music today.
Yeah,
I wonder if we should maybe, you know, it's getting towards Christmas, to think about this. Should we dedicate the show to all the people in the world who maybe are less privileged and less fortunate than us?
No.
No? Okay.
Have you to do the prizes for the
Prizes? Okay. Alright, so screw those who are less fortunate, is what TV's Ricky Gervais thinks. Rick, I know you're a big fan of the likes of Bryan Adams, Robert Palmer, Alien Ant Farm, and obviously ZZ Top.
Yeah.
And so you'll be enjoying the best air guitar album in the world ever, Volume 2.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Well, Volume 1 wasn't enough. There wasn't
No,
enough.
exactly. Again, we've seemed to be able to give one of these away every week. Are you just not sending these out? I mean, these are the same prizes we started this game with, I think, a couple of weeks back. Are you just not sending the prizes out?
Yeah, but I want to give, like, more people a chance, because if 1 week they listen in and think, God, I wouldn't mind winning that,
Sure.
if you've got more copies of it, they'll go, well, I'll listen next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So again, this is one of those, the best songs you've heard on an advert ever album.
Mainly mobile phones.
Mainly mobile phone adverts, yeah, although there is the Smash Mouth one, which was used in the Ford Fiesta TV ad.
Oh, yeah. Walking on the sun or something.
I forget what it was. The Smashing Pumpkins album that we've given away in the past again,
Yeah.
obviously got a bulk order of those that can't shift them. Wild Weather, I don't know who's interested in this. This
What,
is,
is that a double box set VHS of different weather? That's amazing.
Yeah, there's
That is
two cassette
amazing.
tapes there. It's presented
How long is
by
that?
Donna McIntyre. It's a thrilling trip with the most exciting forces of our wild and turbulent world.
So I'm
Clouds,
right in
weather,
saying
storms.
it's a double VHS
Stuff like
video
tornadoes
set
and that.
of different weather.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's got, I mean, it includes the fastest winds, the hottest
you're
desert,
joking.
and the biggest rain machine on the planet. That's something I think you have to...
God. I wonder if I hope they're bringing out another box set, Soil,
Yeah, absolutely.
just to go through different mud.
And this you may be of interest. I've read good reviews of the DVD of this. It's a 2-disc set. The Wicker Man, the classic
right,
70s
great
film,
film,
but
yeah.
it's got a bunch of extras
That
in
is
there.
actually quite a
that's
good
actually
film.
worth having. I would probably throw the rest away.
But
or
the
palm
Wicker
it
Man,
off
get it
someone
on
at
DVD,
Christmas.
and it's quite very interesting.
Yeah, but you'll enjoy that.
So what this is Rockbusters, is it?
Yeah, that's for Rockbusters.
Brilliant. Well, I say get the ball rolling now.
What, of Rockbusters?
Yeah, get the ball
I don't
rolling.
know, I mean, tease them, Rick. Don't sort of spunk all the good stuff early on. I mean, that's dynamite.
you can say spunk, I can't. Go on.
Well, we've got, actually it's quite good moving it about, because we might have some new listeners there.
Yeah.
I would have thought so.
Yeah. Not after last week.
No.
Right, okay, so if you haven't heard it before, I'll give you some initials. It's like initials of an artist or of a
It's
band.
Blockbusters.
And a cryptic clue to who the band is. There's 2 easy ones, 1 difficult one. First one is, That'll Never Get Off the Ground.
Right.
Yeah?
That'll Never Get Off the Ground. The
That'll
initial?
Never Get Off the Ground is the clue.
Not
and
LZ.
The initials are LZ.
You are joking.
2 easy ones.
Right.
Yeah?
Okay.
Right, and then you've got, that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own. Right?
Say it again.
That woman has got a pair of her husband's gloves and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH. Right? It's a bit of a difficult one. And then the last one, you'll get a right load of bacon off them. Right?
You'll get what?
A right load of bacon off them. That's L.
L.
Yeah, so, once
You'll
again,
get a
very
right
quickly,
load of bacon off of them.
you'll get a right load of bacon off them. So, first one, that'll never get off the ground, LZ. That woman has got her husband's gloves, and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH.
Brilliant.
And, you'll get a right load of bacon off them. That's L. The first one was, that'll never get off the ground. LZ.
Yeah.
The answer there was Led Zeppelin.
So easy.
Yeah, but I said that's here. There's always two easy ones and a difficult one.
Go on.
The third one was, you'll get a load of bacon off them.
Go on.
That was L. Long pigs.
Right.
Yeah. And then the second one was, that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own.
Yeah.
HH.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Erman's Hermits. I'm gonna come in with topics every week, and this week I've got,
Ghosts.
No, hanging bacon is one of the topics.
Say that again?
Hanging bacon.
Hanging bacon.
All the titles.
Francis Bacon.
No, all the titles are sort of named to sort of tease you and get you more interested in it.
Hanging bacon. Well, you've certainly intrigued
Go
me.
on, what's another title one?
Hairy Chinese kid.
I'm going for that one.
If there was a university degree with that title.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for Hairy Chinese Kid,
And
I
the
think.
final one,
Yeah.
Alien gives man a beard.
Right.
Alien gives man a beard.
I am gonna burst. Right, listen, Carl, you've gotta tell me. Right, first, right, let's do it in
No,
reverse
we're
order.
not gonna do it now anyway.
What do you mean? We've got to do it now. I mean, this is the first interesting thing you've said in an hour. Okay, the listeners have just been subjected to rubbish and mistakes and everything for the last 6 months. Please, we've got to do Alien gives man a beard. What is that? Tell us that.
Right,
Sorry, this is just you telling me something, is it? This feature is you telling me something.
I'm teaching you something, educating Ricky.
So are we playing it now? We're already into this feature, well into this feature, are we?
Yeah, I suppose we are, yeah.
Should there not be a jingle or something?
Yeah, can we have a
Well, there's
jingle?
no point, because look, I come up with ideas and you dismiss them straight away, so I'm not wasting my time making stuff.
Right.
If you don't like
well, okay,
it.
let's play Educating Ricky.
Right.
Brilliant. Go. Right.
Right, so-
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Educating Ricky.
Right, what we going for then? Hanging the bacon, Hairy Chinese kid, Alien gives man a beard.
I think Alien gives man a beard.
I'd like to do that.
Right, there's this fella, I think it happened in America, and he saw a bright light in the sky. And,
God, if you're bored.
and he stood there,
This is a true story, is it?
yeah, he stood there,
Yes, of course it isn't, Steve.
and he saw this bright light, and it came closer and closer, and it was a UFO, right?
Yep.
And he looked at it, and it disappeared, right? And he gets back in his car,
He looks in the mirror.
and he looks in the mirror,
Yep.
he's only got a beard,
He has.
You sure it wasn't someone else who got in the car? And he was still standing out there?
right?
What?
And it turned out,
Yeah.
he got home and said to his wife or his girlfriend, it's a bit weird. So I just got out of the car to look at a bright light, and I got back in the car, I grew a beard, and she said, never mind your beard, where have you been for 3 days? And what had happened is,
He passed out because he was pissed.
no, the UFO had taken him for 3 days,
Yeah.
but he'd only thought that he'd only looked at it and it went away.
Yeah.
But what had happened is, he took him, and
Yeah.
he grew a beard because he hasn't had a shave.
Right, okay. I mean, was Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones anything to do with this at all? Did you see this on a video maybe and thought it was an educational film?
No, it's from a book that some kind person sent in to me. Here.
Can I just ask again, just again, I'm just throwing this right back at you. Do you think there's any other possible answer here? Right, a man is absent for 3 days from home.
He's
the
grown a
length
beard.
of time that it could take to grow a beard, lest we forget. What if he hadn't actually seen a bright light in the sky?
What if he was
he'd been
lying? What if he
drunk?
was lying?
He'd got knocked unconscious, he'd had a car crash.
Just
any
lying.
number of
No,
other things.
just lying.
Or he was just lying.
Yeah, he'd been on a bender, getting pissed for 3
Yeah,
days
and that
with
was
his
his
mates.
excuse to his wife.
And they went, Dennis, what are you gonna tell your wife?
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
She's not gonna believe I was out with you lads.
Just say you're only away for a minute. No, I wasn't away from it because of the beard. Oh yeah, it looks like you've been out for 3 days. Well, we have, that's
Exactly.
right, okay, we've got to cover that then. Alien abduction.
Great one.
Okay, let's try that.
Do you see? That's a little scenario there that could have been played.
So, when you say educating Ricky, what have I learnt from this? Never listen to you again. That's all I've learnt so far. Never listen to you.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit more in here, right? To
Well,
spice this
no,
up.
what do you mean add a little bit more?
We'll add a bit more to this, what I'm educating you about,
Go on.
right? There's only a law in America that says if you touch a UFO, you're gonna get done. Now, why would they make a rule? I don't know that, do you know, like, all their rules have a code?
Carl, I genuinely do not know what you're talking about.
Right, do you know, like, how here they might have...
Do you know
I
what
have no idea.
Right,
Okay.
do you know, like, over here...
I'm listening to Capital and these headphones. I got Foxy on from yesterday.
Right, let's bin that.
No way, it's great. From 1978, Carl, Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Are you a fan of that?
It's alright, that.
Great track, isn't it?
Fans of Warren Zevon, maybe if you should know he's got a new album out as we speak. Although, if you're a fan, you probably know that already.
Yeah.
If you aren't a
People
fan,
who hate him would
Yeah,
be interested in knowing
yeah.
that he's got a new album out.
Yeah.
Do you believe in, I think
Werewolves.
lycanthropy? Is it not called?
What's that, sorry?
Lycanthropy.
What's lycanthropy?
Isn't that werewolfism?
Really?
Isn't it? Do you believe in that, Carl?
They've found stuff, haven't they? They've found kids walking about who are all hairy. Because they've sort of grew up with, wolves and that.
Yeah.
So...
No, you see, two things there. Right, you cannot take on acquired characteristics genetically. So, if you grew up with wolves, it wouldn't suddenly make you hairy.
There's been pictures, there's been stories on it, and I reckon most people have, or a lot of people have seen the stories. It's a popular thing.
You mean the kids that are born hairy?
No, there's kids who've been born hairy, right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, but listen, and they walk around on all fours, and they drink milk from a saucer.
Steve, this is
No, remember that time with the maggot in the head? And getting out with bacon, and you were like laughing, and then people called up and said, yeah, I've seen that, I've read about that.
Yeah,
this is the same thing.
Have you seen an XFM listener up close? Have you ever looked,
They
studied?
drink milk from a saucer.
Yeah, they've got to be kept on leads. People who listen to this show.
There's no point me telling you about stuff.
There is, it's comedy
See,
gold.
when you were at school, did you keep arguing with the teacher saying you're talking rubbish there?
Teachers didn't teach us about werewolf boys and ghosts. They taught us maths. God, right, tell the story about the manhole cover.
Right, in the same magazine as the one with the cat and the fire and that.
Don't tell me that story again, it gives me the shivers.
Yeah, a cat that's got a weird expression on his face is against God.
Anyway, this isn't a scary story. This was just like
Get
physics.
explained.
Physics.
Yeah, yeah.
It was going on about the nuclear bomb and how powerful it is. And they put a manhole cover on top of one.
Okay.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl. Unexplained.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. Oh.
If anyone has ever seen that manhole cover, please get in touch. We'd love to know where it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. What sort of experiment is that? I imagine all these scientists on multi-billion-pound research budgets, they're going, we test everything. What would you do to manhole cover? Don't know.
That's like letting a couple of students
Yeah, exactly,
have
yeah.
control of a nuclear
Do you
site.
reckon it can
Let's
send a
put this
traffic
cone,
cone
yeah.
into orbit? Go on then, put it on there. I love that. Imagine that. What value is that? I might tell you what we could do. We could put the manhole cover on it and aim it, and then blow the bomb up, and the manhole cover would have someone's eye out. Fire it. See if you can fire manhole covers off the nuclear bomb. I love it. Try bangers to a bomb. See if it's louder. Oh God. XFM 104.9.
Sorry, I was going to back announce that track and just mention it was Elliott Smith and the track Son of Sam.
Well, I think I'd just better ask Carl a couple of quick questions about Hitler. Then we can get on with our lives.
Okay, we can take that particular box.
Yeah, put that. Yeah. Okay, Carl.
Put that particular dictator to bed.
It's week 3 of his education. You've nailed Rasputin and Che Guevara. I don't want to lose complete sight of those. I'll maybe ask you a couple of those in the week just to so you keep your mind on it. But Hitler,
Tell us the story.
What have you learned?
Do you want to ask some questions?
No, not really. Just sum it up in a minute. What do you
Can't do it
think?
in a minute.
Well, can I ask some questions then? Where was you born?
Austria.
Tell us about his early life.
Right, he was a young lad.
Brilliant.
What in his early life? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name? His mum was his dad's second cousin, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
They had 5 kids.
He's going, yeah, it's usually first cousin where I come from. Oh, that's unfair, isn't it? There's no need for that.
There was 5 kids, but only 2 of them, including Hitler, including him and his sister survived. The others died at an early age.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so they grew up, and the mum died and the dad died and that, and he thought, oh, what am I going to do? Because he didn't do well at school, didn't have many qualifications.
No.
Liked art.
Did he have a GCSE in history?
Liked art, right? And then, so he said, right, I'm going to go to Munich. I missed a bit out, actually. Jewish people were in Austria, he didn't really like them.
Okay.
He thought they got, special treatments and stuff, and just didn't like them. So he went to Munich, and he joined the army.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he was in the army, and he got injured.
Right.
So he went to hospital, and whilst he was in hospital, the World War I ended, and he was like, oh God, I want to...
I was enjoying that.
So... Don't, because you're breaking the concentration.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not even sure I want to join in on this one, just in case.
Okay.
Right, go on.
Right, so...
He was in hospital. World
He's in
War ended.
hospital, he gets a bit better. He's never that fit, though. He's one of these blokes who was always ill. That was on something like 30 tablets a day or something. Comes out of there, joins some other army.
Right.
God, I knew it all this morning.
I can see it running to ground. I just see his face going, I'm not nailing the fact, am I? And joined another army, and he was...
Listen, let's try and help you. So,
Here's a good bit. I remember this bit. He thought that war to men, right, was like childbirth is to women. That's how important he thought it was.
All right.
Right? So it's like, you fight for 9 months, and at the end of it, you own something, right?
Yeah.
So, he goes on and all that. He's in Berlin.
Yeah.
And, he's fighting his way through, trying to take over countries and that. And he does he do Berlin? Does he?
sorry, wait a minute. Is he Chancellor yet?
What year is it? 35?
Let's skip the kind of climb to power then. He's now the dictator of Germany.
Right, he's in charge, yeah. And this is when, he gets his own back on the Jewish people and that, and he's got his own little armies, and he's setting fire to Jewish businesses and all this. And, anyway, cut a long story short,
Please do.
When he came to, fighting Britain,
Yeah.
came a bit sort of unstuck,
Yeah.
right? Started fighting
Not
back.
so easy, is it, this world domination, Adolf?
Britain was there, France was helping out,
Yeah.
Americans were helping out.
Yeah.
So, oh God, so
a bit late, but yeah, go on.
he goes into a bunker in Berlin,
Yeah.
and it's all kicking off,
Yeah.
and apparently, Germany sort of surrenders,
Yeah.
says it's all over, forget it, we can't beat you. He was really annoyed with this, and he thought, oh, I can't show my face around here. So
Because it would be embarrassing.
he's with his missus, who nobody knew was his wife,
Right.
Eva, in this bunker.
Yeah.
And, so he said, I've had enough of this. He shoots himself.
Yeah.
She poisons herself. And the chauffeur buries him or something, or burns him.
Right.
And, in all the time he was in charge, 50 million people died.
So that's 1918 to 1945.
Yeah.
Between...
It felt like that.
Between Travis and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Next week. That's fantastic.
That's remarkable. I have to say that you sort of lost your grasp somewhere along the line, because you started off confidently, but you lost your way.
I've had a really busy week, and last night I was whizzing through it.
Sure.
And then this morning, I woke up, and, you know, Suzanne had been away for about 3 days, right?
Yeah.
I hardly spoke to her. She's been busy, I've been busy. First thing to say when I wake up, oh, just ask me some stuff on Hitler.
You are romantic. That's great.
That's how stressful it's getting. But I knew it all this morning.
No, but that's fine. I think you've summed up the, you know, you've done that. Right,
captured it in essence.
just for a bit of balance, I've got your next week's, homework. It's the same series, there's little books, there's tiny little books, just 3 inches long by 2 inches wide.
Crammed with so much information there.
Winston Churchill. There you go. You'll enjoy that. Yeah?
I'm getting a bit bored now, though. This is what happened in school.
Think of the listeners.
Did really well in infants. Once got to secondary, lost interest.
Was it the breakup between you and Harris?
And Zoe. I wondered if, you've spiralled into something there.
Yeah, because it's like all these other, you know, these men of history, they always had sort of things happen in their early childhood, didn't they? Maybe yours is the Zoe Harris, dress incident.
Well, let's just refer to it as the Zoe incident.
Yeah.
From now on,
Yeah.
Winston Churchill, the bit I left out in the Hitler story, Hitler was scared of this man.
Yeah.
And I can tell you something else about Winston Churchill.
Go on.
He said he can remembers being in the womb. And he was born in a public toilet.
Play a record. PJ Harvey, This Is Love, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl. Carl called me in the week, Steve. I know we sort of banned each other from speaking to him.
What, you seem to have just disobeyed that rule every
I
week.
can't believe it. I just can't resist it. But, he said, just saw a programme. He said, what's that big balloon that blew up? And the newsreader was going all mental. And I went, is that the Hindenburg? He went, yeah. Oh, I said it was a big Zeppelin. He went, yeah. He went, what happened? I said, it was helium, wasn't it? And I went, yeah. I said it was just a huge Zeppelin full of helium. And what caused us? I don't know. It could be a spark or anything, but of course it just goes, because it's helium so flammable. And he went, now they didn't show this in the documentary, but did all their voices go funny? And I went, what? He went, well, no, if you take a little bit of a little balloon of helium, your voice goes funny. So if that was like millions of gallons of it, and it blew up in the air, and it was in the atmosphere, you'd be talking like Donald Duck. He went. So imagine that.
God.
But what I liked about it, I said, this wasn't in the documentary.
No, it's an oversight. Maybe just time was against him. They didn't have time to explain.
Just like that book about Hitler didn't have his one ball incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It's annoyed me, that.
What? What has?
The old Hitler book.
Why?
Just because I knew it all. Do you know what I mean? I was cycling in today. I was like, going through it all again.
Yeah.
Had it all in my head.
But that's why you should know something as opposed to just cram and have a piece of trivia that's precariously sort of teetering on the edge.
But what I don't understand,
You know what I mean?
Clive,
It's
well, you're not interested by it.
That's
it's
what I
one
mean,
of the most
you know.
fascinating things.
you know all about things you're interested in, you never forget them, do you? You know?
Yeah, I was a bit interested in it, but like I say, I mean, I'm cramming all this into a normal week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go on and, you know, you watch telly and that in the week, you've got loads of leisurely time. I'm sort of using the only little bit of rest time I have to learn, as well as try to do all my other stuff.
Yeah.
He texted me yesterday about Hitler. He went, stop making me read this heavy shit. He said, I've seen in the back of this book, there's one on Elvis.
No, I mean, it is interesting, but not when you have to read it, do you know what I mean?
Right.
It's
But
more
do you
like
think
to
you'd
get
have
the
read it
fun.
in your leisure time?
To be honest?
No, you wouldn't
No,
have, would you?
I wouldn't.
No, he's
What
not.
do you do in your leisure time?
I like, you know, going out for food and that.
Right.
Foraging? What do you mean going out for food?
go.
Like, come have a little hole and go,
Go hunting.
Yeah. This is Carl. He's hungry. He knows he has to get to the greasy spoon by 11. Wow.
Many of Carl's close friends have never made it across this road.
There was a zebra crossing installed just for the safety of Carl. Beep, 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 beep. Can I have a bacon butty into... Carl is enjoying his... Wow, but he has to get back.
His girlfriend's asked for one as well. She's home with a PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Oh.
Alright, Rick. It was David Bowie impressions earlier, now it's just a selection of crazy sound effects, like that guy in Police Academy.
You said you wanted some. He hasn't got time to make them up. He's reading about Hitler. You heard him.
Do a machine gun or a helicopter.
We've got to do all our own sound effects. Oh. So do you want a week off? Do you not want to learn about Winston Churchill? Why don't you read it if you want to, and just if you get interested, then read on. I think that's
Because that's what I did with school, and it didn't work.
no, you decided you didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
But hasn't that taught you something?
can't we just do it like a TV series? It doesn't go on forever. We've done 3 weeks. Give it a rest now for like the summer.
Yeah, because most series last for 3 weeks.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favourite subject in the world? What's your favourite thing in the world?
I would have said what at school, like.
No, just in life. What are you interested in?
I like little interesting bits, like
sentences.
Atlantic Ocean. It's got 17 quadrillion gallons of water in it.
Right.
Well, that's interesting without having to read a book.
Why is that interesting though? What are you basing that on? When you think of 17 quadrillion,
it's a lot, innit?
What are you imagining?
Just like a big wave. Imagine how much water.
Yeah.
What's your subject then?
I don't know. No, it's just that Wilson, what's your favourite subject? You gave me a fact that is so...
No, but that sort of thing. Like I said to you before, you were talking about monkeys. And I said, do you know that if you give a monkey a childbirth tablet, it works on it the same way, because it's kitted out the same.
Could I just say something? We weren't talking about monkeys.
What were we talking about then?
You know, we were talking about something completely different, and you went, if you give a monkey a childbirth pill, it works. That's what you said.
No, we were talking about monkeys.
We weren't, we were talking about sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you went, if you give a monkey childbirth pills, it works. That's...
Well, yeah, we were talking about interesting things about sneezing, and I remembered an interesting fact about monkeys. So...